Check. Is this thing on? Sorry for the latest. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. I feel like I see latency. Anyway, thank you so much for jumping on into the Cryptolifer Show. I'm the Cryptolifer. You are the Cryptolifers. Together, we make the most amazing show in the game. And we hit massive gains yesterday. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Don't make fun of me and my lemon water. I'll pull you out of this room and throw you right now. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you so much for your time. Let's jump into Bitcoin. Sorry to keep you waiting. Much apologies. Let's see what's happening. The ticker. We got Bitcoin Cash banging on them. Up 2.8%, right? We got BNB back to 269 strong. BNB was the strongest coin in the whole game. We got Bitcoin at 23,966 on the way to 24K. I talked about it popping this morning. Let's get it in. Great morning, lifers, sending love and good vibes from Southern California. Lemon water is a must. Everybody, let's start with the lemon in the water to decalcify the pineal gland so we can't be brainwashed anymore, so we don't get subliminal messaging into our brains, so we can fly at the speed of light, so we can become the beings we were meant to be. The lemon will lead you free. The pineapple and the lemon, those are the two fruits that will lead you free. Trust me. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's decalcify right now. Let's get that pineal gland ready to go. Let's drink and get alkaline. Let's drink that lemon water. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. I already see a little tip in the jar too. Let me take a sip of that tippy jar. Ooh, I got to put it in the front. If you're going to sip the tippy jar, it's got to be at the front, right? Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in, and I appreciate you all for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Bet you've never seen that before. Hey, paisano, ay. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. Oh, that's what it is. When BOOKMAP's in loading, it's taking part of the computer out. It's genius syrup. It really is, though. It's pineal gland, like P-I-N-E-A-L. Pine. Got the BRCC ripping today. Kids go, AK-47 blend is boss. Oh, yeah, you like that. Yeah. Black Rifle Coffee Co., right? Yeah. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. And again, another short squeeze. The shorts just don't know when to stop. They're relentless. Look, there's more liquidity up here. 24,004, 25,000 order now. Now the whale's all the way back up at 25,000. You see that? Doing his thing. Look, we're importing more events right now. It's updating the liquidations. We'll get back to that in a second. Shout out to the beautiful people at BOOKMAP. We're going to push BOOKMAP all the way to the end. Telling you right now, I'm going to stick with you guys throughout this time. It doesn't matter. We're going to get you through the bear market. BOOKMAP, we love you. I know it's my voice. LOL. Lemon water will be in my near future. I know it's my vice. Funny. Love the pineal gland knowledge. Sammy, Cup and Hattie, DMT is produced the pineal gland. Egyptians called it the third eye. Exactly. Shout out to Stephen Moody, the dimethotriptamine. And that's something else you have to figure out on your own, but that is produced in the brain. All right. We're going to break down Bitcoin as we always do. I do want to show the trade of today. The trade of the day was bond. Dude, this is how you do it. You open up the trade. I opened up the trade on the 720, right? Or no, I think 718. You can go down here and see exactly. When did I open up this trade? Entry price at 791. Take profit at 1387. I mean, what a beautiful gain of 74% gains. I put $2,700 and $2,769 in the trade. I came out with $2,072.30. I used a market order to do that in the middle of the night. This sold at 5:48 a.m. Was I awake? No. I was in bed. Gains in my sleep. I get gains in my sleep. So last night, I made $2,000 while I was in bed. Woke up, paid in the shade. I used to make less than that a week. Now I make it while I'm in bed. So shout out to anyone that jumped into Bond. We're going to talk about how Bond played out, why it played out, and we're going to break it down. Short squeeze coming at you right now. As you can see, the shorts getting liquidated as we speak at the beautiful BOOKMAP. Shout out to BOOKMAP. Link in the description below. Get a discount to BOOKMAP. The best discount you can get. I'm telling you right now, it got us through all the short squeezes last week. This thing has really been doing what it's supposed to do and absolutely nailing it. So I'm telling you right now, BOOKMAP is amazing. If you're not using BOOKMAP, you're missing out on a slew of details that are going to help you. When the whales are trying to trick you, look at what the order book's telling you and just trade the order book the way it should be traded. What a beautiful way to trade. And again, I'm not saying it's not my end all. I still use my stochastics, my support and resistance. Everything is there. Everything is there. But you know what I'm saying? It's just an add-on. As you expand your trading knowledge, you want to add things on. 457 people on the live, 184 likes. That's just not going to cut it for the Lifer team. I know you may have forgot. You may be sitting there. You may be in awe. You're just like, wow, this is an amazing show. I get it. But you got to hit that like button. You got to participate. We got to get you feeling. We got to get your blood flowing to the little finger. And we want to see your finger touch the button, because then you actually did something to be part of the group. You're with us. You're one with us. We are all one together. Together forever. All right? Till death do us not. We talked about theta coming out of this wedge to the upside. It was below the high volume node, had to fight through it, but it went up 23% gains. We also got the three of the top 10 coins in KuCoin today, so we nailed it. You know, Bond up 69% and going. And look, Bond, baby. Let's just talk about Bond. And it's actually still going, which is absurd. But why did we trade Bond? Well, I trade my favorite pattern in the world, really, is the bull pennant. You know, when I see a bull pennant, a sleek, beautiful, tight wedge, I want to get up in that wedge as soon as I can. The tighter, the better. I'm all over it. Don't go there. I'm talking about technical analysis. How dare you think about something other than that? How dare you? Let's keep it clean here. I like tightness. I like the wedge. All right. And and the thing about price, it's just like a human being. It's energy. We created this energy. So if it's our energy, what happens when you take a human and you put us in a corner? If you back me up into a corner in a room and I'm in a wedge, I'm either going to have to blast you, or you're going to have to beat me down and I'm going to fall down into the corner. I'm going to have to bounce out, or I'm going to get beat to the ground. So once you get tight in a wedge, you're either going to dump to the downside or you're going to have a huge pump. These have a 68% chance of breaking to the upside. How did I know where to go? How did I know where to put my stop? How did I know to get out at 75? How did I put such an outrageous take profit? Well, I am the man when it comes to to a measured move. And if you ever watch me, I hit measured moves like clockwork. And this said we would probably, likely get 92%. And my measured moves hit, especially when there's a lot of movement and this is a tight action. So this was highly likely going to bang on you to the upside. Extremely likely to bang on us. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Cryptolifer Show. Today you're going to learn a different show than any show you watch on YouTube. You're going to have a nice radio voice. You're going to see a well-dressed person with respect. You're going to be part of an energetic, motivational live stream. We're going to keep you motivated. We're going to talk about drinking lemon water, working out every day, and keeping our mind right, because trading is part of having your body, your mind, and emotions all one. If you're emotionally damaged, how are you going to trade? If you think, basically, if you say you were beaten as a child, and if you were, I'm so sorry. I went through somewhat of an abuse myself. I won't get into it, but say you were abused as a child, okay? And you grow up with this low self-esteem, like I'm nothing, no one loves me, nothing. And then you go to trade, you're like, oh, all my trades go down. Every time I get into a trade, you can see how that would affect your trading. So where you are emotionally, how you feel about yourself. And honestly, I was in a depressed state for a long time in my late 20s. I was battling depression. How did I get out? It was through working out in the lemon water, getting rid of the alcohol, getting rid of the substances, cutting off people out of my life, and cleaning up my act. Working out was the key to changing my life. And then I got into change my mind, and then I got into trading. So I think the lemon water and the working out led me to making the gains. And then it's going to keep me making the gains by being in a right mental state. So anyone telling you that, oh, this guy's talking about working out in lemon water, he's not telling you how to trade, hogwash. And I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to show you and educate you on the charts. So look, this is a tight wedge, highly likely to go up 92%. I put a stop loss here at 75, and I waited. We were here first, right? Then we were here then we broke out. First, it was a breakout. We actually gave this trade, and we nailed it. We called that trade, right? But then I saw it do something, and I said, wait, I see something else. And I reworked the trade. And I saw this. And then I saw stochastics low. I saw the MACD with lack of bearish momentum. Bang. And if you were in my trading group, I was up till probably 1 a.m. last night. But if you're in my trading group, look at this, Bond. Let it marinate, Bond. And so many people were talking about Bond. Like, even if it wasn't me, look, just everyone was up till 4 a.m. They were talking about Bond. Look at Bond. Tried to get out of Bond. Says order, suspend, prepare. Anyone see this? Never seen that, man. People have issues I've never seen. I don't get it. Everything I do is seamless. Look, patience pays. Just let it marinate like a good steak. This is yesterday at 11 25. So I'm telling you, it's exactly where to get in. Like, and again, I'm not telling anyone where to buy or sell. I'm just showing you that this pennant breaks out 68% of the time. There was a 70% chance, if you round up, that you were going to get paid. So I took the chance, and I put $3,000 on it. You see what I'm saying? It's that simple. I can teach you how to do all this stuff if you want to learn. This is a high volume node. When you get above it, you're gone. And we were fighting on it, and once we were rested on it, I said, man, that's. And I kept seeing coins that just would get around the high volume node, and really, it's like having it's like almost being in price discovery. It is. This coin is in price discovery. Am I wrong? Yeah, it was. Yeah. Oh no. Okay. It's been up before. All right. It's actually interesting. You may be getting a low. I may look back on that sell for bond for $2,000. That might be a $100,000 trade that I wish I never sold. You never know. But I don't look at it like that. I take it one step at a time, one day at a time. Been watching Lifer for a few months and finally took the dive and invested in myself and joined the group. In the first few days, I'm already up 500 based on personal TA I've learned from the group. Can't imagine the gains I'll be making 6 months or a year from now on my way to firing my boss. Dude, I gotta read that again. Hold on. Let me clean my glasses. Been watching Lifer for a few months. Finally took the dive and invested in myself and joined the group. In the first few days, I'm up already 500 based on personal TA I've learned from the group. Can't imagine the gains I'll be making in 6 months or a year from now on my way to firing my boss. 10. I didn't read that till right now. Amazing. This guy wrote such a long one. I'll read this at the end. I mean, wow. This one was amazing, dude. The most active, friendly, and positive trading group out there. There's a ton of information. Sam shares everything he knows freely, even with his non-members. He's the most hardworking and dedicated trader I've seen out there. The beginner's course was awesome and not a must, but priceless. Finally wanted to add the value I'm getting back for the 99 is way greater than what I'm paying for. That's because Samuel, he is just a good dude, and he wants to add to this world. I truly believe it. This is such a huge opportunity. Thank you, Sam. Crypto is life, and amazing. Let's get into Bitcoin, what everybody wants to know. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to the 500 viewers, 300 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? 200 people just don't like making gains in their sleep. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. Shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. Doge Elon Mars, baby. Elon. Okay. Join the trader group and fire your boss. Shout out to Chris Ray, man. My man. That's what it is, man. Crypto lifers fire bosses every single day of the week. Take them out. Take them out. Oh, you told me what to do? I'm out. Peace out, Girl Scout. And join the Discord with 100 awesome lifers. I just realized I could put the Discord logo right at the corner. This would be kind of cool. Like join the Discord right there, Crypto Lifer. Join the Discord. All right, moving forward. Let's get into Bitcoin. Enough with the shenanigans for the morning. I get it. Now, I've already done a Bitcoin update. If you've been in the group, you've already got an update of what I believe is going to happen today and what I'm looking at. All right. So the 1 hour was low. We were suggesting that it would get a bit of a bump. For the last few hours, it has gone up to 23,000 on the way to 24K. All right. Let's look at the smaller idea here. And yeah, so look, the 15-minute was high. I was suggesting it would probably come down and bounce, but look, it stayed up here, suggesting signs of high bullishness, right? Like just so much momentum. Look, we're also above a high volume node there. You see it sticking out in the gray. Bang, bang. And that's strong support at that node at 23,385, 23,500 to 23,300 area. It's a zone, right? So that's an area we're going to be looking at for a bit of a bounce if we do get rejected soon. However, the 1 hour still has gasolina. And honestly, this is a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up 68% of the time. However, there's bearish divergence. Look, this is a swing up on price. That is a swing. That's a swing. You get kind of three swings, but they're all going up to the upside. If you take the same trajectory on the swings on the RSI, you get a downtrend. That is bearish divergence. But, you know, I've even seen in a bullish time, it'll play out, but it'll just like you'll get a little dip and then you'll be gone. The lack of bearish momentum here on the MACD is suggesting that we may push to the upside. Also, we're going to be watching BOOKMAP for the short squeeze, which I see occurring right now. So the short squeeze is really, now I'm learning, so much about order books. See, I knew all about the patterns, but I didn't know what was happening behind the scenes. Now I see the patterns, and I've seen them for years, 15 years and 7 years of hardcore trading, 5 years of trading the crypto market, and I traded the Toronto Stock Exchange. And see, that's why I'm really good at trading the 3L and 3S tokens. We're going to talk about that. We're going to make an excerpt about that later. Porta and team, we're going to make an excerpt. We have 2 excerpts today to do, extractions today to do. One is going to be special shout out to Zero Allegiance for holding down the super chats. Thank you, brother. Kendall Davis, peace out. All right, so funny, he tried to call you, he's trying to act like David Kendall. Isn't that weird, Dave? He changed your name by 1. I wonder if his name is really Kendall Davis and you're David Kendall. Isn't that strange? Yo, what about the 4-hour bearish divergence? Crypto Baker, don't worry, man. So right now we are looking at a bit of a short squeeze. You can see it, 20K, 29K, and the shorts just got liquidated again. See, in a previous bear market, Bitcoin goes up, then it's easy to short, comes down. But when things heat up, Bitcoin goes up and then starts to eat up. And the people that were used to shorting are just like, oh yeah, short here. And now they start getting eaten alive. See, I'm able to figure out when the anomaly changes, when the things shift. My trading style will teach you so much about how the nitty gritty of trading, how to get in and out of certain situations, how to see when things are changing. No, I see bearish divergence right here. And you're getting overbought on the 15 and the 1 hour. I mean, you're likely to get some resistance here. You're also at the end of the node. The node ran its course, you know? What happens here is you're likely to bounce off 2 high volume nodes, here or here. So you're looking for a bounce for Bitcoin in this area. We're going to redraw and see what we're seeing, but that's what we're looking at. Right now, there's still momentum in the 1 hour though. So I won't put past Bitcoin to pump. Let's take a look at the 7 minute. 7 minute is trying to do some damage here out of this little wedge that it's in. And you know, the 7 minute was like a huge savior recently. Look, that's the shallow cup and handle on the 7. Sammy cup and handle to the upside. The last time I saw a guy do this, he did around the world, triple lip, skip to Malu, slammed it with his pinky, caught it with his feet, slammed it again upside down, did a handstand, landed on his feet, ate an ice cream cone, picked it out of the kid's hand with his hands, flipped it upside down, jumped up in a flip, and then grabbed the ice cream cone in his hand, ate it in 3 bites. The entire ice cream cone. Had chocolate at the bottom and everything. It was insanity. So, I mean, I'm predicting a move here on the 7 minute again to the upside, just like I did yesterday, because we got legs here, and I'm seeing a bit of a wedge, and we're at resistance. We're either making an M right here, or we're blasting. Let me make that M nice and neat. Yeah, so we're making an M here, or we're blasting out. You see? But I'm suggesting a pump here on the 7 minute time frame out of this shallow cup and handy. Sammy cup and handy again to the upside, but again, we must break through this little resistance here at 24,075. Likely to make a double top there and not get above the resistance, but anything is possible. 1 hour is getting a little spent, but that 7 minute has legs, baby. The 7 minute has legs to the upside, so we're looking for Bitcoin to push. Push, 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 push. And remember, as I told you, when you look at the daily, which we'll take a look at, you can see that you're likely to gap back up to the high volume node once you leave this big volume node. And you needed to break above this node, did you? You know? So, and we're going to make a nice clean chart for you on the daily. This is for my zoom in. We need to look at the smaller time frames. So Bitcoin trying to get to 24,000. Feel like it just did touch it again. Yeah, 24,063 in the last 7 minutes. It did touch 24K. Rejected again. So 24K. We may be making the M here. What's suggesting that we won't is when we double click and we see how much momentum we have with the stochastics. That could get us. We could turn at any moment. RSI is turning a little bit too. And look, you even have bearish divergence here. You have swing up to swing up, but you got swing down here on the RSI. See that? Measured move would take you to 24,368. All right, if the 7 minute decides to do what it did yesterday, we'd have to get above this area here. Would I be shorting? No, I would not be starting shorts right now. I'd be watching for consolidation. Tiny little shorts, maybe here and there. Once we break a big high volume node, you break this, then you come up for a retest and make an M. Like you might end up making an M here. Then you short to here. You don't have to short the entire move. You short once the node breaks or once support and resistance gets retested. That's why most traders are making mistakes, because they're just going for it when they feel it, not when the support and resistance is showing it. Look, and there's the pump suggested by the lifer. I don't know how we do this every day. I don't know. Do I have am I psychic? Did I see this before in my dreams last night and I'm able to wake up and produce it again? I don't know what's happening. Something's going on. I knew Bond was going to pump exactly yesterday, right? I knew. Some days I wonder what's going on with me, because to me, it doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. Who knows? Maybe it's just showing up every single day and working hard. But again, look, it's the short squeeze. And if you didn't have BOOKMAP, you wouldn't be able to see this. I'm telling you right now, if you're not using BOOKMAP, you're sleeping under a rock. It's only like $100. I mean, this thing is amazing. You only need Global Plus. The links are in the description below. BOOKMAP. Right now, the normal person would see kind of 15-minute overbought, some indications of a resistance. But because you see BOOKMAP, you can see that there's so many orders here for selling. There's way more liquidity up here. Look, it's scant down here. Look at that. The heat map got nothing. It's all up here. So they're going to go to 24.3. They're going to go to 24.250. They're going to come up into this region. It's what it is. It's obvious. And then my falling wedge and the stochastics also. Stochastics are such a good indication with BOOKMAP. Together, we're able to know where Bitcoin's going. We did this yesterday. We're doing it again. We're using the same time frame. This isn't a coincidence. This is skilled identity mapped out using a skilled identified process mapped out. I mean, this is beautiful. Again, we already know the resistance. We're waiting for the M if it occurs. We can already see it. If the M breaks, we're going to come back down here to the bottom of the channel and test this node. See how this all works out? The point of control. All right? Support and resistance. La resistance. So, and the shorts don't know when to stop. We predicted 24,000 a long time ago. If you watch my channel, I've been saying this, showing you different ideas. And again, I've been open-minded every day too, though. I've been saying, I don't know where price is going to go, but here's my target. This is a couple of, like right now, I don't know where price is going, but this says it's going to 24,350. So does BOOKMAP, right? So we'll just see. We got to break through this node. We still got gas on the 7-minute stochastics. All right. Let's let that cook, and we're going to head on into the daily time frame. We're going to look at the S&P. We're going to look at the world markets, and we're going to break it down for you one piece at a time so you can feel comfortable, really see what you're doing. Follow me here. I'm cryptolifer. All right? If you'll see, cryptolifer, follow me. I'm putting out stuff all the time. Let's see. Did I put out something recently in my profile? Let's take a look-see. Funny long-term idea, just a thought. So look, we talked about this idea of the S&P breaking to the upside, right? Remember we put this out? S&P projection, inverted head and shoulder, June 27th, all right? We're talking about 23 days ago now. And what you can do is you can play this out. And wow, I mean, not perfect, but it did bounce to the upside. I'm calling for a move all the way up here to 42.17 for the S&P, right? Bitcoin could be possibly making that giant inverted head and shoulder. That did not play out. It went even lower. It came back up. It's funny. Look at that. Bitcoin to 124K in less than 2 years. Look at that. What if we're just in that? That didn't play out, you know? Seven-minute BRC over 40K incoming. That's interesting. Dow inverted. That did pump. Look at that. Got to resistance. Interesting. I like these things. They're pretty fun. So follow me and you'll see like long-term projections. One of my best ones ever was, I won't even go back in time, but it was, I projected Bitcoin to 69,000 on October 4th. Look, this was my greatest call of my life, I believe. October 4th, Bitcoin to 69,000. And I'm calling it on November 19th, November 18th, 20th. You press play and bang, it went there. And I was 10 days off from the call, like, which is absurd. Went to exactly where the target was and left. So I called Bitcoin at 69,000 on October 4th. Bang, bang, bang. I don't know how that's even possible, but it was. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Anyway, shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's keep it moving and flying through. So we're getting rejected. The M is happening. You see that? See how that worked? So even if the Stokes got gas, you must respect support and resistance. And we figured out this may happen. Check. Is the what is it? Oh, thanks, man. Hey, Ronnie, back. What are you doing to me? Thanks, bro. So look, and BOOKMAP was heating up. The liquidations were taking over the visuals. Thank you so much, man. Okay, let's jump into the chat. 648 people on the live. Unbelievable. Shout out to each and every one of you for coming on in. Look at the chat. I'm trying to follow it. That's impossible. Super chats, NKN. Your audio has been Gucci this whole time, Sam. You good now? Gucci. Just the camera. Froze at a time. Space for all the gains. You good now? We here strong, baby. Good to go. Thank you, Roddy, for calling me. I never see my phone. Open a 50x short at 16.5 each. Stop loss 16.20. Prove me wrong. Metal shorts. Metal shorts. I open up a short. All right, we'll take a look at it. That's a smart way to get advice. Like, show me that I'm going to get rocked or wrecked. AC ouch, about to blast again. Alchemy pay. Mic is low now, though. There you go. Shot. Sorry about that. Here you go. This playlist is the one. Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Let's get a fresh squeezed short juice. Well, we could take a look at the liquidations, too, as well. So, look, there's the M right there for Bitcoin, as suggested, to the downside. So, we got rejected by this area. Do we try to complete this in the zone? I guess you'd have to kind of do something like this. That is a resistance, a resistance. So, there's an M there. It doesn't mean it's guaranteed to happen. We could push through. Look at the smaller time frames. Yeah, they're spent. 5 minutes spent. 1 minute says no way. Interesting. We may be making a shoulder, a head and a shoulder on the 1 minute time frame. And I don't like to use the 1 minute too much. I tell you what, but sometimes you just gotta see what's going on. That's a possibility there. So his stop loss, where's his stop loss? 1620. Let's take a look here for Ethereum. ETH went to 1600? Really? Wow. So we're gonna watch this. We're gonna keep this on ice. We'll come back to it in a second. All right. Let's look at Ethereum. This is fun. I like doing this. Let's take a look at Bond, too. After I hit gains, too, look, I made this earlier today, and I was like, well, is this going to move for more? It really did, dude. It went for another 10%. That's insanity. It also didn't hit the exact target yet. 13,333. Look at that. Every time I do something, it's on the 3,3,333. I'm telling you, I think we live in a simulation. It follows me around to the point of no return. Look, it's stuck at 13,333 right now. Just when I happen to look at it. This stuff happens all the time. It's the 3,3,333. Wherever I go, whatever I do, whatever I touch, if I sneeze on something, 33 shows up. It's absurd. We gave you mirror protocol to the upside. I showed you the double bottom, falling wedge to the upside. This banged on you for 80% on the wick, still holding about a 40% gain, around there, 37, something like that. Bang, 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 mirror protocol. We call the exact bottom of mirror protocol to the upside. Unreal, unbelievable. I think I can be a little smaller and a little over here. There we go. So you can see the tickers. This is my little sweet spot. Also, look, it got above the high volume node and it was gone. I keep teaching you this stuff. You got to look at the VRVP. It's such a helpful tool to trade. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 681 people on the live. Can I get the likes up to the workers? To the workers. Can I get the likes up to the workers? Because I know you're working. And follow me on Twitter. Follow me on TikTok. Follow me on Facebook, please. cryptolifer, the cryptolifer, and cryptolifer33 on Twitter. Let's get it as a family. Let's get it as a team. And boy, did we make gains yesterday. Boy, did we make gains. Gains on gains in my sleep. We hit pawn for 23%. I saw it in this inverted head and shoulder. It banged on you to the upside. Beautiful. I saw bond in the beautiful thing. We went over that. 85% gains for bond. Bang. We were on it for a couple days too. Mirror protocol. The beautiful double bottom. Never went lower. No stop loss got hit in the making of these trades. No stop loss. And this is all in the, these gains all came this morning. We woke up to these gains. Look, the 18th, we're looking at this stop loss below this Plager. It was in this beautiful thing where you pulled a Fibonacci. Stop loss, never hit the stop loss, went up 62% gains. All right. Pledger, whatever you want to call it. Vid. Buy zone was in this tight part of the pennant. It went into the tight part of the pennant and blasted for 22% gains. This was last night. See? Last night, these gains came in. 32% gains on spell. We put it in the cup and handle the 17th. It would blast. That would be the exact bottom. 200-day moving average coming to the wedge. Bang. I teach this all the time. It's about your moving averages, your wedges, your support and resistance, and the cup and handy to the upside, baby. This is my team. These are my elites. Banging on wink to the upside. 22% gains, right? I showed you Swifty. Remember Swifty was tight? Someone asked about it yesterday or the day before. Bang for 12%. Not huge gains, but it did not lose. Waves was tight. It banged for 17%. We'll look at Waves today. Vulcan Forge, another hot coin in a tight wedge, banged for 30% gains. MBL was in a tight wedge, banged. This all came in yesterday morning. I mean, the gains were insane the last 2 days. I made $2,000 overnight. Like, it's been nuts. So shout out to each and every one of you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Oh yeah, let's turn this off real quick. Let's do the excerpt. All right. Let's just do the quick excerpt real quick. Look, that cup in hand, this is about the blast. See that? This dude might get stopped out of his little ETH short. I don't even want to spend time on his short, but I'll check it out in a second. Lions don't get up to play with hyenas, you know. Anyway. But look, just check it out. I'll mess it around. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't have to, like, even pay attention. But I'll look at it. I just want to see him. I want to see if he's going to get wrecked. I'm excited to see what happens to his trade. I just love probability in life, you know. But look, how to make $2,000 while you sleep, all right? And that's going to be the name of this video that we put out. How to make $2K in your sleep, all right? Look, Bond's still in a tight wedge. Looking like it could go up even more. Very interesting. All right, let me get into show mode. Let's do this. Let's get it done. All right. I'm going to get this done in 1 minute and 30 seconds, guys and girls, ladies and gents. Hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm known as cryptolifer on YouTube. Last night, I made $2,000 in my sleep. Could have opened the trade at 11 o'clock at night, and then it closed at about 5:48 a.m. It was automated. It was done with 3 commas, a beautiful system that I use. But I figured it out using technical analysis. On the 1 hour time frame, I saw what's called a bullish pennant. That is a 68% chance of a break to the upside. I also use the VRVP or the VPVR, the visible range volume profile. It shows me where people are buying and selling or heavily interested in. I saw a lot of buys in this area propping the price up, telling me that it was likely to get a move to the upside. That shows me that there's strong support in this area. Also, when the price gets into a tight wedge and it's touching the 21-day moving average, and most of the moving averages are pretty tight, there's a high likelihood that this is going to break to the upside. The stochastics RSI were also low. It's a deadly awesome indicator that I use. It's so amazing. And the MACD had lack of bearish momentum. Also, falling volume with falling price gave me the indications that the sellers did not have any strength. These indications blasted this trade to the upside, and I was able to make the gains. I have it here to show you, because why would I lie? I put in $2,769 in the trade, and I got 349 bond. That thing would bang. 3 commas would sell it automatically for me at 5:48 a.m. on 7/20. I made $2,072 in my sleep, 74% gains. If you like this outcome, if this excites you, I showed this trade live on my live stream. We went over it and talked about it, and I also showed it in my group and did multiple updates in my Discord. For $99 a month, you can have access to my brain and what I'm putting out, and come to my live stream for free. You can watch me every day and learn and get educated. I teach and teach and teach and teach. Teaching is my passion. So come and get passionate with me, have fun, and let's learn, change your life. Watch me every day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. I can't wait to see you there. Follow me on all the social medias. Cryptolifer. Crypto is life. All right, and we're out. And we're out. All right, and we're out. All right, and we're done. And we're done. Go watch that too when I put it out later, please. Let that get some views. Dude, we nailed it. We nailed it. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward. So we want to keep Bitcoin on ice, right? We want to keep Bitcoin on ice right now. And we're going to start flying through the super chats and coins and talk about the world markets too. We're not done yet. We're going to move at the speed of light. Look at 24K, baby. And Bitcoin on the move on the 1 hour, suggesting that it can't be beat. Look at that. And how did we figure this out? We found the inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minuto. On the uno minuto, right? The uno minuto, I mean, dude, there's only one way to live, and it's on the edge, baby. There's only one way to live, and it's on the edge. Look at that. Look at that. Will it propel itself to the upside? It says it will. We found this shape. We saw it. When Bitcoin was struggling, what did he do? We zoomed in. We saw a high volume node on the small time frame. And you can see how this may make it to the measured move. All the way to 24,361. And that's what we called for on the 7-minute when this all began. Out of the flag of the cup and handle. Right? Now we're getting above that area. We're not making the M pattern now. See? We tried to make an M. They faked it out. They got the shorts to short. Look, when they made that M, a bunch of people shorted that M. Because they didn't know how to go to the 1 minute and look at other things. And look, they got liquidated. See? These people, if they were watching my channel, that guy wouldn't have lost 69,000. It's 30 ETH short. Prove me wrong. Bears will win. Whatever you want, man. I don't need to prove you wrong. I don't need to do anything, man. I go walk my daughter outside and go out. Like, I have a family and a wife and kid, man. How old are you? 5 years old? You must be. I guarantee you're less than 25 years old. If you're not, you're acting like it. I'm a grown man, dude. I've been trading for 15 years, you know. I'm an old bull, dude. Old bulls don't run down the hill to play with the young bucks, dude. I'm an old bull, man. You'll be fine, dude. Whether you win or lose. Hey, man, I hope you win, dude. I don't want to see people broke. I don't want to see you lose your money. I hope you win, my dude. Good luck to you. God bless you, man. May Allah and God send you on your way, man. We love you, bro. We got no hate on you. Let me see. I'll prove you wrong. Look, I'm going to win you over. This is what happens. People hate on me, and then they find out I'm one of the best traders they ever met in their life. So check it out. We'll show you what's up with ETH. We'll go to E3S, and I'll tell you whether that was a good trade or not, in my humble opinion. And I'll be dead honest. And again, don't take my advice. Nothing I do and say should be taken as financial advice, but I'll just tell you what I think. You're at a high volume node right here for a chance to break to the upside. 1 hour is extremely oversold, and you have a lack of bullish momentum. There's a high likelihood that this could break out based on my trading style. All right. However, you are at the top and you're at resistance too. All right. For the ETH short. Is there some bullish divergence on the short? There is, though. Swing down to swing down, swing up to swing up. So usually that would play out to the upside. And it's a slight, look at this. Look at what we're seeing here. It's hard to see, but you're looking at a bit of a double bottom. Double bottoms do, break to the upside. Your measured move would be this next volume node here. ETH shorting ETH. I mean, it had a nice bump, 35% gains for the ETH short. Let's take a look at the 15-minute. 15-minute, I wouldn't short right now, and you might get bagged because here, you got a bear flag on the 15-minute. And this bear flag is about to dump on you because Bitcoin's about to do a pump because it's getting short squeezed. You got to watch the S&P before you get into the E short. And we're going to do that for you right now. If the S&P is about to pump, you're about to lose your short. Okay? If the S&P is about to dump, then your short may go well. Your short is directly correlated to the S&P right now because that hits Bitcoin, which hits ETH, which flows through the markets. If you're not doing this correctly, you're going to get bagged. So be careful, man. Stop being a smart aleck. I shouldn't swear. Stop being a smart aleck. I never swear on the channel, one time, twice. But don't be a smart aleck, There's a chance this goes down and you will get nailed out of the short. Let's take a look at ETH now and break it down for you. That I'm going to win you over. Check it out. I'm loving life, baby. Living life, baby. Loving life, baby. Loving life, baby. I sing to myself throughout the day. It makes me get through the day. It's awesome. Loving life, baby. Loving life, baby. I mean, you're in a bull flag. Oh, actually, no. You're in a symmetrical triangle. It's about to get 50% chance of a break to the oops side. Look, it broke out, broke in twice. Look at that. They tried to fake us from the pattern, but we see it. You get above this high volume node, you're going to get rocked. I'll tell you that. Rocked. You do see bearish divvy, though. Strong bearish divergence. Swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. What I short ETH right now, 50x leverage at 1620 short. I don't know. You're very close to your stop. Let me take a look at BOOKMAP. Yeah, you're about to get lit. They're going to 20,005. You're going to get lit. They're going to eat you alive. I think you're going to get eaten alive. There's like an 80% chance they're going to take you out of the game. You're going to lose that short. All right, I'm going to leave that alone. But yeah, I think ETH's about to pump and you're about to get rocked. I shouldn't say I think. The high probability based on the short squeeze, you know. 5 minutes high, though. It's indecision, man. It's not a good time to short. See, you want to short resistance. You're technically above resistance. Here was resistance. You want to short this bearish turn here. What you're doing is high risk, in my humble opinion. I'm moving on. I'm wasting too much time on your weird trade, you know. All right. Good luck to you, man. I hope it wins. I have soap ready to wash his mouth out. Potty mouth over here from my virgin ears. BOOKMAP, 1,700 Bitcoin wall at 24,300. Yeah, but that's also people. That's that's liquidation, man. Look at this, dude. Look at 24,001. I mean, now we're gonna look at ES1, and ES1 is gonna tell us whatever's gonna happen to this kid. So I just told him how to play his short, exactly what to do. That's a bear flag on the 15-minute about to dump on you. I mean, I'd be careful. Likely to dump. It's about a 70% chance that you get kicked out of your short and you lose, in my humble opinion. But it is what it is. Do whatever makes you happy, man. I'm not your dad. Let's take a look at, what are we looking at now? Yeah, Quan is looking pretty tight too. Quan's looking amazing. Shout out to the 697 people, 447 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? 700 club, baby. 700. And I want to get 700 people in the trading group. I want to hit 700 so we can call it the 700 club. We're at 690. We got 10 people to join today. 10 people joined today. We hit the 700 club. I know we can do it. Look at the gains we've been making. It's been out of control. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. So we're going to take a look at ES1 now, which is the mini futures, S&P futures. If that pumps, you know, so the daily's getting a little high, but it still has some gains. If it gets above this high volume node, we're gone. All right. We talked about this cup and handle yesterday, the other day, right? We showed you the multiple cup and handles that kept playing out. I'm going to delete them now because it's a lot, right? And the 5 MAs. But look, we see this cup and handle, and this actually may get to the target. So right now, the 4 hour is a little spent, but it's looping. The 1 hour is about to pump. You're going to get nailed from your short. Yeah, you're going to get hit off. There's like a 95% chance your short ain't playing out. Because this is a cup and handle. I play cup and handles all day long, and you got legs on the 1 hour. That's likely to pump the S&P to 4,082. And if that does that, that pumps Bitcoin to 25K, which pumps ETH to 1,700. Highly likely you're going to get kicked out of the short. Very, very likely. Yep. I would not play against the S&P when it looks like that. That's a huge breakout. Again, it could make an M pattern. We need to see the next hour candle. So this candle closes in 10 minutes. If this candle can close above resistance right up here, you're in for some big moves for the S&P. And right now it is. It's about to close above resistance. See that? It's closing above the wick. That would nail the short to the downside. You would get absolutely nailed. Jupe ETH, please. My pregnant wife insists on driving me to be a raging alcoholic. The one thing I'm banging out like this is to the charts. Oh my God. You can't blame anyone for your own abuse, you know. You can't blame anyone for your own abuse, you know. And there's Bitcoin breaking up to the upside. That's a huge move for Bitcoin. We called that inverted head and shoulder on the 1 minute time frame, which suggested that we would break to the upside. See how that chart played out? Bang, bang, bang. We showed you this. No one else finds the patterns the way we do. No one will teach you how to trade the way we do. We will nail it and take it to the upside. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Wow. Do we have to have marriage counseling today? Are we going to have counseling here on the live? I shouldn't be. Hey man, I've had my share of ups and downs. Life it's how we get through them. And that's all that matters. You know what I'm saying? This dude's about to embarrass himself on the live. It's going to be awesome, right? This is going to be funny. You never know, though. He might be peeing his pants right now. Like, oh, what's going to happen? ETH is pretty spent. You might have nailed it. Look at all the wicks right there. Pretty good short. I mean, there's strong bearish divergence. It's a rising wedge. Let me really look at ETH like I normally do. At the same time, like, you're not at resistance yet. Like, I would be shorting here, 1845. Like, you don't really want to short until you get to resistance, in my humble opinion. But you do whatever makes you happy. Nah, either about the short, watch and learn. I just told you that there's a high likely it could dump. I'm not, this guy. All right, man, I got to kick you off. You're ruining my vibe. Sorry. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I have like a disorder and I can't have negative people around me. All right. In June, I was yo long 3S and 3 tokens. I learned a lot during that period. Mainly that leverage in general is dangerous. Oh, and even the 3L leverage is dangerous. Shout out to each and every one of them. He is hijacked. Okay, so take a look. Let's look at Alice. Alice is in a bit of a flag here on the 1 hour time frame, and these metaverse coins have been pumping to the upside, doing damage. You know what I'm saying? Doing damage. So look at this. Yeah, it's got to be good vibes. Only good vibes, man. I don't understand people with weird vibes, so they throw me off because I don't get it. I don't know what's going on in their minds. And I know they're like psychologically off, so I just worry about them, you know? Like, he's like a weird dude, you know? Whatever. Hope he makes it. Gala about to run so hard. Ooh, 50x leverage is gambling and just plain stupid. David Kettle. I was waiting on the boot. Was getting annoying. Uniman Lifer. Shout out to Bison9. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in and appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Can you look at ELF, please, bro? Thank you. ALEF. Yes. So the S&P looking extremely bullish today, as I showed you, which is a huge sign for Bitcoin to pump. Look at that. Boom. We just talked about it. And we just said this. Look at it. And also, I know you don't believe me, but this is what's called a giraffe cup and handle, which I've made up. Because, look, it has the cup, but then it has giraffe neck. And so it's called the giraffe cup and handy. No, I know. Don't laugh. I know you just laughed out loud. You may have spit your coffee out. But that's the giraffe cup and handle. And if you remember, we used to actually trade the giraffe. Remember? If everyone remembers, no, the camel. We used to trade the camel. It was an actual pattern, the camel pattern. I don't know if you guys remember. We made up the camel pattern when I was trading. I forgot about it. We used to trade camel patterns all day long. But yeah, I mean, look at the beautiful move to the upside. I'm calling the S&P for a big move now. The measured move would take the S&P to 40,088. That's a breakout for Bitcoin to 25,000. Bang, bang, bang. You know, to the upside, all the way to the upside. And if ETH is following short for Bitcoin, following suit for Bitcoin, should get that move back to the upside. This is a short squeeze, hardcore short squeeze for Bitcoin. Look at this. 157,000 leverages nailed. 81,000 leverages nailed. Absolutely nailing them. Let's take a look here too. If you join my trading group, you're going to have access to the awesome bots. All right. Look at the bots here that we got. Whalebot wrecked. And we could just take a look at who's getting rocked and wrecked right now. And let's just take a look. We'll scroll down to the bottom. So liquidated long on Bitcoin perp. He lost $241,000 just now. This guy lost $459,000 on a short. This guy lost $279,000. This guy lost $202,000. $200,000. Look, this guy was at ETH perp. Just got liquidated at 1619. That kid probably just got liquidated because he said his short was 1620. That dude's out. That dude that we just saw is out because this just got liquidated at 1619. You know, that was at 930. But still, I mean, high probability that dude's gone. You know. Bye, Felicia. Yeah, they're losing hundreds of thousands of dollars overnight. Just plain clowny. So when Bitcoin starts to bump like this, it's following the S&P. You kind of just, I know Bitcoin has its oscillators, it's overbought, it really doesn't matter. It's going to pump with the S&P. That's just what's happening. That's just what's going to happen. I'm looking at this little flag, Bitcoin to 24,574. And that's why you want to stay long in this market, baby. When the market's pumping, you follow it. It broke through the resistance, you know? It broke through the resistance. Let's take a look at BTC on the USD all-time history index. We're going to leave this on ice. We're going to also look at the show. Let's look at the Dow Jones. I'd watch Alice. Alice is looking for a bit of a move here. It's at that high volume node. It gets above it. It's going to be gone as well. I would put Alice on the radar. Let's look at the 15-minute. Probably not in our rate. Yeah, it's not perfect yet. Why the 15-minute? I don't know. I just found it was a really good time frame to trade. And once Bitcoin pumps, it's going to subside. When it subsides, the money flows back into the altcoins. All right. Another extraction. Everybody, hi, my name is Sam Price, professional crypto trader. I'm also known as cryptolifer on YouTube. Today, I want to talk about how the money flows in cryptocurrency and what happens. So look, there's the world. And you have everyone in the world, right? So this is all the people in the world. Let's just say this is the globe, right? You got America. I'm not going to really draw the actual countries, right? But this is a circle with a bunch of land on it. Sorry, it's not the best. But you have the world, okay? And the world is watching markets, and people are trying to get ahead, and they're watching money and oil. And next thing you know, they see Bitcoin start to move. And everyone said the bottom was in at 17,000, and now it's 18, 19, 20. Now it's 22,000. The people that didn't get in at 17 are freaking out. So what the world is, the world starts to FOMO into Bitcoin, and money starts to leave other markets, gold, silver, you name it, savings accounts, and it starts to flow, and Bitcoin gets up to 24, 25,000. 25,000 is a pretty big deal for it, right? It's like a big number. It's about to hit it maybe today, possibly. So that happens, right? Now, when that happens, Bitcoin just took all this money out of the markets because people are studying crypto and they don't know what it is, but they find out what it is and they want to put money, they find Bitcoin first. But then they learn what Chainlink is. Then they learn what all these other new fun little coins are, right? And they want to get into those. Ethereum, right? Doge, all this other stuff. And so they start taking the money that they put into Bitcoin and they start funneling it into small cap or large cap gems, really, usually that they know. Then they funnel into small cap gems. So Bitcoin takes the money from the world and then throws it back into the alts. So it's likely today Bitcoin pumps, and then when it subsides and begins to consolidate, the money out of Bitcoin will flow back in to the altcoins. How do we know this? How do we use this? We use a chart called Bitcoin dominance. By using Bitcoin dominance, we can see when money is flowing in and out of Bitcoin. When Bitcoin dominance is about to have a huge pump to the upside, look at this shoulder, head and shoulder on the 15, pump to the upside. That's how you know that Bitcoin is likely taking a lot of the market share in cryptocurrency and from the world. Bitcoin dominance pumped huge today and got a big move to the upside. Look at the pump it's had in the last 18 hours. Bang, bang, bang for Bitcoin dominance. Now, we want Bitcoin dominance to drop. Once Bitcoin does a nice pump and starts to get more bullish, Bitcoin dominance lets go. When it lets go, the altcoins pump hard. So by watching Bitcoin dominance, we're able to know when to trade altcoins the hardest and with the most veracity, to push, push, push. I hope you like this mini little tutorial about how money flows from the world into Bitcoin and into the altcoins. And there's more to it. It gets more specific, but this is the basic overall view. If you like this information, I go live every single day, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m., and Saturday and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And I have a Discord and also a trading group, and I also teach from Tuesday, 3 to 5 every single Tuesday. Can't wait to see you there. I'm cryptolifer. Follow me on all the socials. Crypto is life. So that's a cool little thing to remember and to keep in your back pocket, okay? If you're a beginner, these are things you need to learn, okay? Look, there is the East short pumping. It's about to get overbought, though. I'd be wary of it. Wouldn't be my trade, I'll tell you that. Okay. So now Bitcoin's kind of subsiding. The 1 hour still has a little gas, though, which is interesting to me, too. Let's look at Bitcoin here on the all-time history index and get it moving. I'm going to look at it on the daily time frame. Massive move. Massive, massive move. Look, we even had a little node right here that we're on and we hit. See that? And then we nailed it. We did show it. Good morning. Can you opine? Jupe and USTC. Can you opine? I think opine's a word I need to learn, right? I think you're saying something that I don't know. Can you opine? Let me look. Opine. To express opinions. Can you opine? Dude, you just taught me something amazing. I never knew that word. Can you opine me what the best thing at this restaurant is? Yeah, right? Amazing. So look, S&P about to fly. Yes, the 15 minutes overbought. So look for the flag on the 15. 15 minute with like a flag, little mini cup and handle there, and then probably continue to the upside. 1 hour is looking absolutely scrumptious for the day. That's a beautiful sign for world markets for the S&P right now. It really is. You can't beat that. You can't beat that. And when it was down in the dumps, we had the idea there. Look at Bitcoin for the weekly, turning to the upside. Oh yeah, we looked at that many times already, for sure. Opine is too deeply pondered. Yeah. You learn something new every day. I think I didn't. Now I kind of half remember it from back in the day. I definitely have said it before, but it was like 10 or 20 years ago or something. So we talked about the about this coming down here and probably bouncing to the upside. Remember? It came down here and look, it bounced. Now, I'm not going to be perfect, but we had this yesterday, and we circled this area saying we'll probably bounce off the bottom of the channel. We did that, and we're on our way to the upside. Why do we think this? Because the stochastics RSI are so deadly if you trade with support and resistance and patterns. They're going to teach you where you're highly likely going to go. Dow has finally hit its moment, but it's up 70 points today. No, it's up, 70 points in the Dow. Yeah, in the Dow. 31,000. But this is beautiful because now it can come down for a retest and bounce to the next target at 32,480. That's good. Okay. And let's look at the dollar index dumping to the downside. We talked about this bearish divergence. Let's look at our daily. Let's see where it sits here. And so, look, I draw so much stuff, and this is such a huge chart, it's almost hard to tackle. But we talked about this many times, about the dollar index. And honestly, I had this bigger channel here. And I'm willing to call that, these are spider lines. Basically like a GAN fan. But see, and if you keep looking here, all right, this is our previous resistance. We came to that next resistance. We hit it right about there. See it? Right there. From July of 1973. Yeah. 1973 resistance for the dollar right there at 109. We also hit it in 1976. We also had a little bit of a trouble there in 2000. And we also got completely rejected by it in 02. We also didn't even get a chance. We got rejected here in 17 and rejected here in 2020. The dollar here is now again at a strong resistance point. All right. We look at the 2-week chart, which is a big chart with a lot of data, and we can clearly see we're extremely overbought on the stochastics. Even the stochastics are in a rising wedge that break down. They don't have much more room to go. You see? RSI also, it hasn't been this high since 2015. Likely we're going to get a dump here on the dollar. The MACD is also at one of the highest points it's ever been. It also made a parabolic run to the upside. And that's like an altcoin. Like that's just unsustainable type of behavior for anything in life. Look, it did it last time, tried to do a straight run. Here was when it ran down. This was Bitcoin's run up in 2017. Look, January of 2017, and then Bitcoin would start to move all the way through that year into February of 2018, where the bull run would end. Here's our last bull run. So you can clearly see the bull runs for Bitcoin are correlated by the dumps on the dollar. Bull run, anybody? Anybody? Looks a lot like of what we're looking at here. See? So once this starts to curve down, and let's look at the weekly. Did the weekly turn bearish? Not yet. Not yet, but it is curving down. Look at that. And you got a bearish weekly right there, and you have a wick to the downside. This is also a rising wedge. Rising wedges break down 68% of the time for the dollar. So the dollar, at least, to play with this support zone right here at 99. If it breaks 100, it's going to be a big deal for Bitcoin. So I'm not guaranteeing anything, but I've been saying this and saying this and saying this. And if you look at my last videos for the last few weeks, I'm not going to say we called it, but we kind of showed you how to call it. We showed you exactly what to look for, how to look for it, and what to do, right? Also, we want to look at US Tether dominance. That should be dumping to the downside on the weekly, and look, it is. People don't want Tether, and it dumped completely on the weekly. Look at that, to the downside. It does have a little bit of support here, but it's likely to come all the way back down here. That's a pump for Bitcoin to about 30K. If that many people leave, that's going to pump. You see what I'm saying? So ETH at 1599, battling the 1600 zone. But look at ETH on the weekly. I mean, it tells you this is a great time to accumulate ETH for the long-term hold. Right there, right there, right there. Low on the weekly, low on the weekly, low, 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 low. Even that was kind of a low compared to where it could eventually go. And honestly, what I've been seeing is this. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. Hidden bullish divergence on Ethereum, giving me an idea that this will pump and make a higher high to the upside. Maybe even before the end of 2022. You never know. Hey, peeps, send in those chats for deep dive. Shout out to Roddy Robinson for the $3.33. You're the man, dude. Dollar dumps on news like this is just a short-term relief rally, correct? You think we go lower with the year to find a bottom, or have we bottomed already? I don't say I think. I don't use that stuff. I'm not like your average YouTuber. I buy like it was the bottom, 17 to 20K. I bought like it was the bottom. But I kept money on the sidelines for 10,000 if we went there, 12,000 areas. I still have limit orders from 7,000 to 17,000 just sitting there. I will remove them once we're well above 30K. And, you know, but that's how I play it. I don't think, I don't believe, I don't feel. I just watch what I see and I assess the markets. Whenever the crypto fear and greed index is extremely low and at a 6 or a 7, I get into Bitcoin heavily. That's what I do. And if it coincides with the weekly stochastics being low, I get in. Anything else is nil. I don't think, I don't believe, I don't have dreams. It doesn't have to be. There's no guarantee. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. It's I just do the same thing for the last 4 or 5 years and it pays me. So you can do the same thing as well. It's up to you. Find your trading style. I can educate you to get you where you want to be, and then we can go from there. Shout out to everybody here on the live. 743 people on the live stream. 527 likes. Can we get the likes up to the watchers? I would greatly appreciate it. You can get me to 1,000 people on the live. I would greatly appreciate it. I mean, we nailed. I gave one of the greatest calls last night. The top gainers in the whole market. If you go here and you look at KuCoin and you look at the top gainers, Bond and Mira. I had them both. And I gave you way more gains on Mira and more gains on Bond. We had them earlier. I also had PLGR. So in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, top 10 coins, I already had 3 in the top 7. And every day I try to get 3 of the top 5, 10 coins. That's my goal. You know, it doesn't always happen, but that's my goal. It's very hard to do, but I do. That's my standard. If I can get there, that's a standard of living, you know? So I go after it. We talked about GMEE pumping to the upside out of this little flag. It's up big too. We showed you this here. 14% gains for GMEE. Speak of dumping the dollar, I noticed 2 coins added other fiat stablecoins. If you looked at using any other than USDT. I don't see the point. It's got the most liquidity. I just want the most liquidity, Billy. Oh, go back down a lot of money down there. I've been buying like it's the bottom 2. Can't ignore the macro trend analysis and the macro TA, like Pi Cycle and other moving average crossovers. Just can't ignore them. Yeah, I use the Pi Cycle chart a lot. And if you stay tuned and we get 800 viewers on the live and you get the likes up to 600, I'm going to show you the Pi Cycle. We're going to take a look at it together the right way, because some people aren't showing it the proper way. We're going to show you the right indicator, the right way to set it up. And we're going to see if we've got the bottom indicator or not. We're going to take a look at that. So you got to get me to 800 viewers on the live, which is 50 more people. And look at 755 with the 555. That's crazy. 755 with 555 likes. How do we hit the 55 like that? It's always on the move with the numbers with me. Keep hitting those likes, everyone. You're going to get 800 people, maybe 1,000. You could boom this stream up. Today could be a monumental day in my life in the stream. We've only hit 1,000, I think, once or twice. So why don't you do something amazing for me and hit that like button? Let's do it. I'm going to go through all those tickers right now. We're going to look at NKN right off the bat. Sorry it took a while, but we got you. We're also Bitcoin holding 24,000, but a nasty red candle here. Very good. Thank you. Keep doing your math, my love. 90 minus 20 is 70. Very good. I love it. Go upstairs and be a good girl. Yeah, 90 minus 20 is 70. No, 90 minus 70 is 20. Yeah. All right. Nice job, Summer. 1 hour is turning to the downside. Might be a nice short for sure. Look at that. Yeah, 15-minute and the 1 hour are both going to the downside. That would be a short for me. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. Yep, and see, look, we turn in here with bearish divvy. See? There's bearish divergence right there on the 1 minute. And we're curving down at that high volume node. What I do now is I freestyle. What I mean by freestyle is I look at the chart, I delete everything, and I just try to give myself a new perspective on what's going on. All right? Here, you only got support and resistance here, and here. So you got really nothing to go on because Bitcoin's never been in this zone. It fell right through, right? So what you have to do is you actually have to go to like the 3-day chart. We have to look left and see where we were before. And we've never really we've gone up right. The last time we went right through this region really fast. There was really no support and resistance here. So there's nothing. And then we fell through it. So there's nothing here. It's kind of like price discovery in a way. You know, look at us touching the 21-day moving average on the 3-day chart too. Like, no, you can't get above. So the bigger time frame suggests that we end up here. How we end up, we don't know yet. But the bigger time frame suggests that like this kind of does something funny, and we end up there. All right. So I'm putting that out there on the daily. So remember that. Take a picture of that, stamp it, mark it, move on. All right. Let's take a look at the 4-hour time frame. And you're getting overbought. You really are. Right. So let's like break it down for exactly what it is. You got this rising wedge. All right. You're at the top of the wedge too. But they're either going to get short squeezed out of control. See, it's kind of making this megaphone, this bullish megaphone. You see this? Pretty weird. You could say it dropped out of the pattern here and that this is the actual pattern. And I could also call this a bullish megaphone. See that? An open-faced wedge. Which I'll be honest, I've seen come all the way back down to here. Okay? We would have to expect a bounce here or here. After a big pump, there's likely a pullback. The idea that there's no resistance is what makes me think we could get a short squeeze. Because long traders, they look to take profits at resistance. And the only place we see is this wick right here sticking out. You got to respect that area. 25K, 25,000. And then 25K will be a psychological area. So even though my indicators are getting overbought, I've seen a squeeze like this before. Now they liquidated some longs right now, but 24K is holding strong. All right. So this is why I have to keep shrinking into the smaller time frame. So right now we're stuck with just a support zone right here and a support zone right here. One at 22,000. Wow, you guys are getting us up. The likes are moving. Can we get all the way to 800 likes now? Come on now. 200 more people. If you hit the likes, I'm going to show you guys the pi cycle chart. That's what we're doing. And I'm going to show you if the bottom is in. I'm going to show you the right way to set it up. Shout out to 784 people on the live. Thank you so much for coming on in. If you didn't know, I have a Discord. It's an awesome Discord. My name is Sam Price. I started trading 15 years ago. I just was buying and selling stuff on my phone. Didn't really know a lot. Then I got into the Toronto Stock Exchange and started trading gold and silver ETFs. I started trading gold and silver ETFs on the NASDAQ and just, the New York Stock Exchange, doing my thing, JNUG and JDST. Then I moved on to trading minor stocks and all this other fun stuff. I got into gold. Then Bitcoin looked a lot like gold to me. And then bang, bang, bang. Next thing you know, it started to move, I'm a general manager for a construction company in Chicago. I work 60 hours a week for a lackluster salary. I'm undervalued, underpaid, and overrun. I run 2 to 3 cell phones. I'm personal and 2 for work. I work in the field. I've been working additional 6 hours per day. I joined the 99 and after weighing the probability that I would make the money back quick, within 12 hours, I made more than 50% of my money back. Within the next 16, I make back the rest of my money spent on the Discord group. I would have made it back sooner if I could commit more time and take more trades, but too busy until I can fire my regional manager. I was a pastor for 5 years in a church. There's no better group than this. I'm still very new, but I can already tell you this 100%. I pay the $99 immediately. Here, look at my day-to-day, see the photos, and quit having excuses like I don't have time to commit to trading. I work 14 hours between my day job, blah, blah, blah. Get your time management under control. Get your priorities straight. I made a promise to my girls I would get us financial freedom so that we can move away from where we want and live the life I've always dreamed of, giving those beautiful girls who deserve it. Look at this guy. What an amazing review. I mean, because it was a review for me, and that's Foxy Fibonacci, man. We love you. That was a review for me, but it was also like an inspirational, motivational piece. Like, unreal. So honestly, man, these shorts are about to get squeezed again. I don't understand why, but it's going to happen. And they're going to cry because they're going to be like, but my indicator said it's going down. I don't, how come I got, and they're going to throw their stuff at the TV and they're going to be like, but why, It's really strange. And that's why I'm down on these small time frames. It makes sense now. I'm like, I was wondering why I was so little, because we did the big time frames. We can see what's going on. There's really not, I mean, 1 minute wants to break out of this flag now. I'm just going to keep tracking the 1 minute time frame. It's the only thing I could do right now until we eventually get such strong bearish divergence that the shorts eventually win. But right now, I mean, dude, they're about to get liquidated again up here. They're going to 24,500. Look at the liquidity. Look at the heat. The heat's all up there. There's no heat down here. The heat map's telling you you're going where the heat is, man. And the heat is up here. There's no heat down here. You got sell walls at 24.5. I mean, we're likely to go up there. Where does this tell me we're going? Right into that. Look, isn't that funny? They can draw this. So they got their orders at the same place that I got my measured move, 24,360. Come on, man. This is like child's play at this point. All right. So that's why we're watching the 1 minute time frame. All right. All right. We're about to get 800 viewers, everybody. Come on. If you get 800 viewers on the live, I'm going to show you the pi cycle chart. Keep hitting that like button. When you keep the like button, you're getting the algorithm saying, okay, we like it. And you're staying to watch it. It's going to keep pushing people into the stream. It's going to keep recommending. And you're going to beat out other people getting the recommendations. It's happening live like it's a machine. Like, fight the machine with me, please. Come on. We almost did it. We almost did it. You guys got to do it with me. We're doing it together. Okay? I'm showing up every day. You're showing up every day. We're doing this together. Let's get it going, baby. Let's get it going. There's 100 people I need you. I need you just 100 people to hit that like button. I'm willing it into existence. I know you're going to do it. I know you're a lifer, and I know you want to change the world. You're going to do this. You're going to do the right thing. You're going to do it. We're going to hit 800 viewers, and I'm going to be able to go over the pi cycle chart. And it's going to happen, just as it's been said. All right? Amazing, amazing moves. Now, does Bond still have legs? A lot of people want to know. Does Bond still have legs? Is it still going to pump to the upside? We'll take a look at NKN and we'll find out in a second. NKN is doing this little dip on the daily. I've seen that little dip on the daily make a big move. So anything could happen to NKN on the daily right now. It's got slight momentum. All right. So 4 hour is not in your favor right now. All right. I would be pulling a Fibonacci on this from wick to wick. My retracement is pretty nice. It went into the golden Paquito. That's your 618 golden pocket right there where I put this line. It's pretty nice that it did that. However, it's going to have to loop. So I'm going to have to see some really oversold 15 and 1 hour for the 4 hour to get flipped by the smaller time frame. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. If you keep hitting that like button, you're going to help me. I'm going to show the pi cycle chart. If we get to 800 people on the live, 20 more people. We need 21 people. We need you guys to just keep hitting that like. It's going to do it. We're going to do it. Come on now. Will it? Will it? Just keep hitting the like. Keep hitting the like. Keep hitting the like. Keep hitting the like. There's 100 people that are not hitting the like button still. Now I'm getting down to the 80 people. Just run up to if you're jogging in place, just stop jogging, hit that like button. If you're at the computer, whatever you're doing, if you're watching on your computer, help me do what we got to do, everybody. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Also, look, it's asking me to put an ad out. I'm not going to put an ad down right now and distract you. I'm going to close this. I could make money on that. I'm not doing that. Hit the like button for me not hitting that ad. Come on now. And I just said that. No YouTuber would even show you that. I just showed you that they're trying to make me send an ad on you, and I didn't do it. YouTube's mad at me. They're like, send the ad in. That's what you're supposed to do. And I'm like, but I don't want to. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for the 700 likes. You people are unbelievable. Wow, so the 1 minute wants to pump. 1 minute, the 1 hour wants to pump. It's looking pretty nice. Look at that. And Bitcoin, look, they're getting liquidated. Like I'm telling you right now, look, they're getting liquidated at 60,000, like 20, look, they're going, look, it's 24,250 now. I'm just saying, but I'm playing. Look, this guy's freaking out. 1603, he's like, oh, buddy. That's not a fun game, man. I wouldn't want to be him. That's a tough life, I'll be honest. So NKN could break out right now out of this little channel. The 1 hour would have to flip this 4 hour. It does say it could move, but I just don't like where that 4 hour is. I like my 4 hours lower than that, personally. You know? 15 minute needs to come on down for the special sauce, so I wouldn't even enter the 1 hour till the 15 minute came down and hit my alert down here or reset. But there could be a move out of NKN based on the 1 hour time frame. Wouldn't be surprised. It does have to fight through some nodes. Kind of a shoulder, head, and a shoulder there too. Is it the trade of the day for me? No, personally it is not. Okay. Let's take a look at CELR every single day. CELR. I see you, brother. I know you. My CELR, brother. I've been buying like it's the bottom too. I love you, brother. Super chat. Justin Hale says, can you show an example of the relationship between price and stochastic divergence? Preferably a bear, lower high, and a bull case, higher low. I don't know what he's saying, really. Can you show an example of a relationship between price and stochastic? Preferably a bear, lower high. Oh, I know what he's saying. Yeah. I mean, I'd have to search and do all that. I don't know. you know? I could do it. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I will. Hold on. Because I always say, send in a super chat if you want something explained. So I got to do it. So look, we talked about this here at the bottom of the channel. Showed you this inverted. Thought it would go up. And it did. 33%. Larry Birding it to the upside. Look at that. Up a little more, actually, for CELR. So we've been talking about this for a long time. CELR up 37%. And now it's above that high volume node. And once you get above a node like that, you're likely to come all the way up to the space right here where there's the lack, you know, that lack of sell volume. So 57%, you know, from where we're at, another 28% gains coming. We're already up 37 on CELR. Shout out to the CELR team. Anyone in the game, let's take a look at the 4 hour on CELR. It actually is ready to go for more. So I'm excited for CELR right now. And what I would do is I would flag it out. It's in an uptrending flag, but that's what you see when you're very, very bullish. You flip that upside down, that looks like a bear flag, see, and that's what happens. So that's a bull flag to the upside. The 4 hours looking nice. The 1 hour is looking nice. And the 15-minute needs to just reset to the downside. So I put an alert on the 15. And when that money flows and Bitcoin finally finds its happy spot, I believe we're going to see a pump here for CELR. And it's making a symmetrical triangle. And I'm looking, again, don't do anything I say or any YouTuber does. You got to find your way about you. So you're looking for CELR to come and touch the bottom of the channel here. And boom. And I would like the stochastics to reset. CELR looking pretty bullish on these time frames. I could see CELR go up even more to the upside. One of my elite traders wants to put out a chart for CELR. I would greatly appreciate it because it would take me some reworking right now. And if you could do that, it would be awesome. Just say, you know, watching the 15-minute, you know. Let's take a look at Bond. Probably just went up even more. Bond to the upside, banging on him. Wow, Bond. No. You must have just seen it. Yeah, we made gains on Bond. It was awesome. Unbelievable. Dang, when is Bitcoin going to stop? Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, there you go. That's probably it right there. That's it right there. At the bearish, just like, you know, if you flip it upside down, how do we get the pump? We get the pump at the bullish divergence. That's finally a pretty good bearish div right there. And I think they've gotten all the shorts now liquidated pretty much, you know. But there's still some liquidity up here that they're not done gabbing. I mean, the heat is up here. There's no heat down here. It's very rare I've seen them just turn down here when there's nothing down here. So they're likely to keep pushing. You know why? People keep opening up shorts, and because they don't understand. And they just, so what happens is the market maker keeps showing bearish signals. So the people, because your indicators don't work at this point, you got to understand what's happening to the market. You have to understand the order book and liquidity. See, that's why you must have another level of your trading. You must get to the next level. And see, look, they're shorting more. And now, look, it's another inverted head and shoulder. You see this? And if you were to flip this upside down, it's just like, well, Bitcoin wants to dump again. It keeps dumping. You know, and you just keep dumping. When is it dump? When is it going to stop dumping? You know? Understand the vector candle. Yeah, we have the vector candle. Yeah, I use vector candles on my indicator, you know. We'll slap it on for a second here, look. Lifer Rater. I don't even know the last one we Lifer Vision Basic, Lifer Vision Proof. What these candles do is they process volume, and they can show you when one candle has 50% more volume than the last 10 candles. That's going to give you some indication of what's happening in the market, right? So that's why some are blue, some are white, and you're looking, you know, see these massive green? See that blue candle there? See this blue candle there? A big spike to the upside, okay? See the blue candle there? Huge spike to the upside. Now you see the blue there. Look at the spike coming in. You see? The vector candle. Look at the move. Now my indicator is putting out a sell signal here now. It's attempting to tell us to get out. But the short is on, man. Ooh, that ETH short is not looking sweet. Prove me wrong. Super chats. You know, can you show an example of a relationship between price and the stochastics, preferably a bear and high? It's going to take so much time. This is a different time. We're in a parabolic pump days. Please wake up. Yeah, people were just like, you know. It's insanity. All right, I want to show the pie cycle. I want to get through all the super chats. We're still got PLSD, JUPETH, ELF, USDT, and PBR. Interesting. To me, I mean, this has to be the end of this run. I mean, it's at this point, you have to just sit and watch small time frames until they subside to eventually get a move or some type of behavior that makes sense, you know? I mean, this is still an ascending triangle. See this? Like a kind of a rising wedge. Looks like we're finally stalling out here above 24,000, you see? But there's still heat up here. When the market maker doesn't know where to go, he goes and eats that heat. So I believe we hit 24.5 before we finally subside, but anything is possible. Who knows? Let's look at PLSD, which I've never heard about before, on Uniswap, on Bellex. I don't know what this is. I'm going to move on. I'm sorry. Jupe for ETH. Precarious little guy. Let's take a look at the daily for JUPETH. Interesting. We're working on an indicator, me and my team. We're making sure it's perfect. All right. And we got Lifer Vision Basic. So the daily for JUPETH looking beautiful. I see what you're looking at. You got a higher low on an uptrending trend line. Two trending trend lines, see? And you're hitting it. Cup and handle there too. See, cup with the handle. You could even do this, and you're about to move to the top of the channel. Pattern traded for JUPETH. This guy's going to use JUPE to gain more ETH. You put an ETH in there, and you gain 62% more. 1 ETH gives you 1.5 ETH. Pretty cool, right? So you use ETH to gain more ETH, and that's the game. That's the name of the game. Daily suggests this is a nice play to the upside. Everything is looking nice on my indicators. So, again, you do whatever makes you happy. JUPETH. A little high on the 4 hours, so that stresses me a little bit but you are crossing the dotted line. You'd get some momentum out of that. 1 hour's about to pump. So I trade the 1 hour to make sure and see if I got above my resistance levels. You know, but you know, you're good on the daily, you're good on the 1 hour. 4 hours just got indecision. You'd have to get that 4 hour to flip, and you have to get above a high volume node or some support and resistance. 50-minute also needs to come back down. I get perfect entry or the retest of the next support zone that you break. So you break that, you bounce, which is, so sorry, opening this up, which is going to be right here at about 9956. All right, bunch of zeros in front of it too, so don't hold me to that exact that. But that's something that we're looking at for sure. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. 787 people on the live. We're about to get 800 likes. We're about to hit 800 people. We may have done it already. 779 concurrent on the move. All right. So let's get back to AELF. ELF, someone asked about. It's on Binance for USDT. ELF. Wow, ELF had a nice move recently. Look at that. I haven't traded it or looked at it. I can't see every coin in the game. Oh, 14% looked like a bigger move. All right, let's look at the daily for ELF. ELF, I want to see what it's been doing on a big time frame. First thing I do is I look at my bigger time frame. So it started here and it's just been dumping. It finally found a bit of a bottom here with a double bottom. 1, 2. And it made a higher low for the first time with a low stochastic. Now, what you just asked about, you said, can you show me a bullish scenario? I'm showing you one here. Stochastics comes down and goes low. This is the answer to that super chat, showing you your bullish scenario. So stochastics come low and hit. All right. Then they want to come back up. They get rejected. Come back down and hit. Shows your support zone because the next time you swung. Now, if you had gone down here, price action again down here, and then it hit, that's bad news because then when you came back up. So when you came back up here and you didn't make a previous high, see, this would have been bearish if price action did that. So that's your bearish idea. You would have come up, not broken this previous. So you marked your previous high here. So the bearish scenario is your stochastic was high here. So your stochastic is high. It comes on down. Comes on down. If this made a lower low than this low, bearish. All right. And what you would do is if this came up and made a lower high, you would short that when the stochastics comes back up again. Agreed? All right. Now, a trader would short it. You don't do anything, You as a guy I know, that's what he would do. He's this Asian dude named you. But check it out. So that's your bearish scenario. Your bullish scenario is this. You come down, you make a same low. That's a place I would long because now you made the same low as this. So if you make a higher low or the same low, it's a good idea to long. And look what happened if you long that low stochastic. Comes back up, it comes back down again. All right. And here it makes a low on the stochastic, but it's higher than the previous low. It's another bullish sign. So I showed you your bearish and your bullish and how to read the stochastics by using support and resistance. If the stochastics come above the dotted line, but you don't make the high that was made by the previous stochastics above the dotted line, then you're likely going to dump. If the stochastics come up and make a low lower than the previous low, when the stochastics go low next to the previous low, then you're probably likely going low. You don't have to long short that yet. You short it when it comes back up. And that's why this game is a game of patience. You set your, and this is trend analysis. There's a low, there's a high, there's a low. There's a higher high, there's a higher low. You must assume you're going to make a higher high now for ELF. Daily looks really, really pretty. And even though it's messy, it's like a shoulder, kind of a head and a shoulder, but it's a disgusting shape. I have to be honest. Like, doesn't look good at all. Very strange price action. So we're going to move into the 4 hour to take a look at what's happening now. Really break it down. You can see this channel fell out. It was kind of a shoulder, a head and a shoulder, even though it wasn't perfect. It was 3 peaks. And sometimes it's not a perfect head and shoulder, but it's 3 peaks. And we all know what 3 peaks does, so it is what it is. So it's just hard to make a pattern out of this. Agreed? It's in a funny way, for sure. What I do is this. I find this pattern that they broke numerous times, but that's the wedge right there. Broke out, broke back in, stayed in the wedge, broke out again. Now it's retesting the top of this wedge. So you got to be a detective, but it takes time because you have to have seen so much price action to start piecing this stuff together. Okay? Now we could also be doing this. And because where the 4 hour sits and pointing to the downside, could we make a handle? See that? A lot of work for this coin. It's not my trade, and anything could happen. And then you could also be making a bit of this like kind of ascending triangle here in a way that you broke out of and you're breaking back into. This was one of the hardest charts I ever had to play with in a long time. Price action is so weird, you know. Oh, it's perfect. I forgot one thing. I didn't pull my fib. It's all about remembering everything at the right time. I mean, you bounce out the 706 and you're in the golden pocket right now, too. I wouldn't be surprised if this got lit. 4 hour would flip on you. Is the 1 hour low? Yes. Is the 15-minute low? Looks like we're going to pin the 4 hour for a while, and this may play. So, interesting. Not in a flag or anything quickly, though. Like, the 1 hour is in this, like, it's just, price action is just very weird on this. Maybe that's the handle there. However, based on the oscillators and the stochastic, this is likely to play to the upside. It is. I can see why you asked about it. You probably had a really hard time trying to figure this out, and I did too. So, all right, let's take a look at USTC. All right, and let's take a look at what's going on there for USTC, USDT, KuCoin. We played this for a while back, and then we kind of left it alone, haven't looked at it. And it's just, wow, it stayed in the flag. It's still in this flag. It's interesting. That could make a move. I've seen that as a cup and handle, even though it's like a violent, voracious cup and handle. It's like a weird one. But there's your strange handle. And everybody, shout out to Stack McChange, one of my admins, moderator. He's also an elite chartist. He's there every day. He said the other day I talked to him, he never missed a stream. I haven't heard from him in like 2 to 3 days. I'm worried he's sick. I'm worried he's in the hospital. I'm worried something happened to him. If anyone knows Stack or you join the group through Stack and you have a way of getting, in touch with Stack other than the Discord or the Telegram, please let me know because I love you, Stack, with all my heart. And, just a moment of silence for Stack and some prayer. Stack, we love you. We're all here for you. We want to make sure you're okay. And, man, you've done so much for me and my group, and I love you so much. And if you're hearing this, if you're out there, man, and please, some way, I need to find out if you're all right, man. It's eating me alive. All right. All right. Yeah, I mean, he helped me build a group, been with me since the beginning, and I don't know what's going on with him. No. Maybe after this. If you're a good girl. If you're a good girl. All right, go in the garage and bring it to me, and we'll show it on the live. Look for a box that might have something to do with you. Just be careful of the saw. 62% gains possibly coming out of this move. 1 hour's looking pretty scrumptious. 4 hours looking great. Daily's looking like it wants to eat, right? Here is where you pull a fib again. Fib coming down to the 706 Fibonacci, and you're touching the 618. I mean, this is likely to make a big gain, in my humble opinion. Measured move is huge. I'm personally in this. I kept a G in it, so I have to disclose. I'm personally in this trade, all right? But again, I'm just looking at the indicators. I don't know what's going to happen. None of this is my opinion. I'm not like, this is the one. No. I just look at the indicators, and whatever they say, I do. This is scrumptious to me. Look at the 22-hour. Not in the best shape. 8 hour, all right. It's interesting. The bigger time frames are a little not, they'd have to flip. 8 hours, all right. 4 hours, all right. I go on that 4 hour. I like what I'm looking at for the 4 hour. This is highly likely to make a move off the 618. I mean, it's sitting in the sweet spot right now. If anything pumps, this could pump today hard, you know. So again, no guarantees. It could dump at any minute of the day. See, you have to tell yourself when you get into a trade, anything could happen. It could dump at any moment. I like to put my stop losses below previous price action in conjunction with a fib if possible. All right. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. This is a pretty good looking trade, I have to be honest. And we've traded it before for massive gains. Remember when we found it here, we made 500% gains on it. It's been resided. It got boring, right? Everyone took it for what it's worth. That's what happens. Like bond, no one will care about it for 2 or 3 weeks. It'll go back to the wayside. But then one day it'll come back strong, right? For bond. So taking a look at that. Shout out to these awesome testimonials. They're amazing. Like, you can't buy testimonials like this. Like, nobody gets them. Nobody gets testimonials like this. You don't see it? Oh, come on. Is it here somewhere then? I don't know where it could be. Shout out to the 800 likes on the live. That is, I believe that's one of the big milestones we've ever had. USTC here for USDT. Bang, bang, bang. And we're not done yet. Let's keep it moving. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Let's take a look at PBR. Reminds me of the beer when we were kids, right? Polka Bridge. Pat's Blue Ribbon. And I don't condone alcohol. It's hard not to think of PBR, you know. Let me get a PBI kit, you know, out in Boston. Look, I mean, that was in a beautiful tight wedge. Was there bullish divergence? There was. Swing down to swing down. See, there's your swing. There's your secondary swing. You match that to the RSI. You get a pump to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. There's your pump to the upside. How do you know where to take profits, what to do? That's where you grab the visual range volume profile. You get a big section of... You get a big section of time, and you look and see. You can see once you start to move out of this node, you would sell the high volume node here. So the smart, you know, again, this is what I do. The smart thing to do is to look at, you know, you look at taking profits when you see there's a high area of buying and selling. Now, it may not have been there. That might have happened as this occurred, so you know, not for sure. But you would have seen some type of area of liquidity to gravitate towards. All right. So that's some strong bearish divergence right now, in my humble opinion. Swing up to swing up. Swing down to swing down. I think there's better to trade out there. There's better to trade, in my humble opinion. There's better to trade, but it is what it is. But that's bearish divvy, all right, for sure. It did play out somewhat. You have strong support here, though. I will give you that. Right at this area, you're at that high volume node. That stays above this. This could make a move, all right? PBR. And then I see this wedge. Interesting. Looks like it could make some gains. Mile over it. I don't know. I'm trying to think it out right now. There's the double bottom there with the move up. That's kind of cool. You're going to have some resistance here. Moving to the upside on the RSI. The 1 hour looks beautiful for a scalp. 4 hour also looks good. 15-minute moved up with some momentum. So the time to get in was there off the bottom of the channel. It's 78.078. It's already up 4 cents on the move, right? Almost up 5%. 7 cents would be 10%. Interesting enough for me to look at. You know, it has some good indications. I mean, I like when the 1 hour and the 4 hour. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily's a little spent. So if you're going up against this, I mean, the daily just pulled bear. I'd be careful trading against the daily when it's bearish like that. So I would pass on this based on the daily, but there's a chance it does pump on the 1 hour. There's a chance it pumps on the 1 hour, and then maybe it makes the M pattern here. Not sure, you know what I'm saying? I don't think we got to 800 people. How many was the most people we got here? Did we get to? We got 776, 779, 789. We almost got to 800. I'll still show you the bicycle chart. We'll break it down. I want to see if we bottomed yet. I want to break it down and find out if we have bottomed. I want to get to the bottom of it. I want to get to the bottom of this bottom. So funny, right? And look, now the short liquidations have calmed down, but there's still, look, and now you got some people here. See, there was nothing here before. Now you got some orders here back at 23.8, 23.7. So you can see they try to bring us back down. And now you see the longs getting liquidated. People, you know. So they dipped their toes into that liquidity. They got as high as they could. Now we're getting a bounce probably at 23,700. You see that area? You can see all the orders coming in now for the FOMO people that were waiting, that waited to get into Bitcoin, and they waited way too long. I even wished I bought more. I was like, why don't I buy more Bitcoins? What am I thinking? It's craziness, you know. You always wish you bought more if you're thinking clearly. Sam is time traveling in style. You got to do it, baby.
Where is it?
It's in the garage. It's a white box in the garage, no?
White box?
Yeah, it's got pictures of stuff on it. Like, come on. Get creative. Maybe I left it in the car. Who knows? Super chats are open. Please send them in those super chats for TA and deep dive. Shout out to everybody here that sent in a super chat. Appreciate each and every one of you for the $86.59 in chat revenue. 820 likes, though. 667. What's in the box? It's laser tag, guys. You inspire the hell out of me. I'm going to master trading. Dude, you're going to get there, bro. You're going to do anything you want with your life. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Super chats are open. Please send them in. I think we got to the end of them. So happy you came on BitBoy and I came to be part of this channel. All love and gratitude, my man. Shout out to Mello. Thank you for jumping on in. We love you, man. It's all love and gratitude every single day. Super chats, Hex. Hex. Someone wants to know about Hex, USDC here on Uniswap. Is there a USDT? Can you get Hex on KuCoin and stuff? Polling X and BitGet. So it's got spot trading on BitGet. BitGet's been blowing up. I have to give it to them. They're all over the place. They're all over the place. Wow, so Hex bottomed down to 4 cents, huh? Took a beat down to the ground after everything Mr. Hart was running his mouth about. I mean, he's a nice dude. I wouldn't mind sitting with him, but he is funny, man. You got to give it to, like, you know, he has his thing. Everyone has their thing. Hex pumping to the upside on the daily, but getting overbought. It did not get above the previous high. If it doesn't get above the previous high, then that's a resistance mode, right? Like, see, it did break out. I feel like it, Wouldn't be surprised if it ended up back down here at about 3 cents. Looks like it did bottom, though. It's attempting to bottom. If Bitcoin bottom, this whole market will bottom. And these are your bottom deal prices, you know. Most people are telling you it's going to go lower. When you buy the bottom, they're always telling you it's going to go lower. You're never going to know exactly where the bottom is. That's why you have to really, really look. Bro, would you mind checking LRC? We'll take a look at LRC for you real quick. Just because I like you and you seem like a nice guy. Loop ring. So let's take a look. I'll delete all my old work. Had that one run up recently and then it just collapsed all the way down to the low volume node. That is the lowest it's ever been, though. And it's basically like a giant double bottom, is it not? So it's in a giant double bottom. I mean, Mirror Protocol was similar to this recently, right? And then it did a massive move to the upside. You want to go to the daily's overbought, though. That's kind of whack. It's going to have to do an anomalic move. Honestly, I mean, so you're looking for two things. Is the 4 hour got legs? Not really. You're at a resistance point here for LRC. You must get above this high volume node and do some consolidation for the daily to go sideways so you don't end up down here. But the daily suggests you're going to end up right back down here, or at least here. Open this closet. Is it in there? Oh, man. I got to do my show. I'm almost done, Bubba. Okay. OAX Crow and Algo. Wow, we got a lot of super chats. I said $10 TA for Crow coin. Wow, Swift is going. Let's take a look at our baby SWFTC. Our Swifty Swift coin, baby. And look at this. Look at this right here. I mean, look how easy that was to see. I saw it without even seeing it, you know? And there's Swifty, baby. On the way to the upside. We gave you Swift perfectly. It's up 33%. Larry Bird again, baby, on the 33. Isn't that funny? I tell you, it's always the 33. We just ran over here and we caught a 33 again. Swift for gains, baby. Shout out to whoever gave us Swift. It was like 2 or 3 days ago in the live, and they were like, check out Swift. And I liked it. I liked what I saw. So a lot of sometimes the calls come from the live stream, but they come from days ago. And sometimes that's why you join the trading group, because you might not be able to watch every live. But if I'm on the live and I see something, I'll post it to the group so it goes, you know, you see it with your eyes. And you can take advantage of that. Swift for 33. Just kept going. Just a white box. Just a white box like this big. It's pretty big. Yeah. Maybe it's in the car. Did you check the car? This is so funny, right? Yeah, everything's about Bitcoin moving to the upside. And his short may play out, man. I don't care. I didn't say it would. It actually looked like it may. Remember when I went over it, there was bullish divergence on the short. Send in a small super chat for audio, homie. Super chats, OAX, Crow, and Algo. Bitcoin dominance starting to pump up a little more too. Watch your altcoins there. Let's take a look at Algo. Algorand on KuCoin. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for shining with me, baby. So I personally hold the big bags of Algo. I like Algo. It made the move with Bitcoin. Let's look at the daily time frame. No, what is that? What is that? No. This is a gas mask container for like a serious, like, if we have a nuclear, like, this is a serious nuclear, like, this is like a fallout gas mask. I keep gas masks in the crib, and I also have like the bio suit, you know, in case I ever had to go out and like save my family. Dude, you never know. I'm out of my mind with that stuff. You never know. She just found my gas mask, mirror safety. I believe Algo is extremely undervalued here with the higher low. Okay. Giant double bottom for Algorand is what I'm looking at here. Look, a giant double bottom. So I'm looking at this. Measured move for Algo. And of course I got big bags, but yeah, nice $5 algorithm. Would be nice for me. I got in at 38 cents. You know, 80 cents in you know, so that would be a beautiful move for Algo. All right. Now it is at the bottom of its barrel. All right, for sure. Daily is overbought. That's not a good sense. Yeah, a lot of coins got high on the daily, but they didn't really make new highs or blast out. They blasted out good enough though. So all we need is this. It's like trend. You had your low, you had your higher high. We need to put in a higher low. That's all. So Algo needs to bounce here or here when the daily resets. But the daily will reset. Unless it goes sideways. It could go sideways and meet the 21-day moving average. And then that's your next pump. So that's why I always project my flag. And I just say, okay, are you going to go this way or that way? And if you stay in the flag when the 21 catches you, then we're ready to party. And if not, then I'm done and you're going to Bart Simpson. Time, volume is very low. Thoughts? I'm convinced Lifer is John Connor and is here to save us from the crypto Borgs. Shout out to Danny Reyes. Rounded bottoms lead to blow off tops. Every time, man. Every time. We are prepared. No crazy. Ha ha ha. Why are you always drawing high volume nodes? Funny. Alert on NKN. Can't find it, huh? I came in with it yesterday, and I didn't want your mommy to see it because I had to bring something in. So, it's got to be in the garage. Oh, I slid it like on top of one of the yellow boxes. You don't see a white box? Like I slid it in one of the shelving. Let's take a look at OAX. which is OpenAx. I've never heard of it on Gate.io. This thing's down in the dumps. Why do you guys make me go over these coins, man? Why do you make me do this? Go over these poo-poo coins. So we take a look here at LAX, and it's bouncing here off the bottom. It made a lower low, though. I mean, so now it's like, it's got resistance where it never had it. This coin is like done, man. I don't know. I'd have to look up what it is and like deep dive it, but like this may never make it back again. I don't know. And I could be 100% wrong. Just really not my call, though. Like, it broke out here on the daily. It needs to continue to the upside with momentum. Look at the 4-hour time frame. Ready to move on a flag. I get it. All right, so actually it might pump today. Low liquidity. When the candles aren't full like that, it sketches me out. 4 hours likely to pump on this to the upside. About 32% gains possibly coming out of it. Let's take a look at the 1-hour time frame. Man, but it's not my trade. Something about it I don't love. Let's take a look at Crow, USDT. KuCoin. Summer, let me finish, please. I'm going to get upset. All right? Do the right thing. I'm not going to get upset, but I'm going to ask you for my space because I need it. All right? All right. Let's take a look at Crow. Crow's following Bitcoin exactly to a T. And honestly, I mean, there's a stadium named after it. To me, it's going to do well over time. Made some higher lows, made a move, broke through the high volume node. I mean, to me, it's just likely the whole entire, like, it's just, this is price discovery. When you don't have anything here, you go to the next node. It just is what it is. This is likely to pump. I have to be honest. Like, everything is likely to pump from what I'm looking at. I've just seen these things happen before that you have no places for the shorts to even begin to short. They don't have resistance to short, right? They like to short resistance. They don't have any. So why, if I was a short, I was like, oh, let me just pick this random area to short the market. It's not the best thing you could be doing. You see? So it could be sketchy, in my humble opinion. This breaks to the upside here all the way. I mean, that takes you to about 15 cents. It's about to pump on the 4-hour. This has legs in the 4-hour. This is going parabolic for whatever reason. Crow. People want Crow. I look, and there's a little bit of profit taken right here in this zone. So Crow looks like the pump. It doesn't look like that's a huge gain. 5% out of Crow. It made it above a huge node. As long as it stays above 12 cents, this thing is gone. And eventually going to make it back to its all-time high. And just, it's going to move with the market, in my humble opinion. SPY above major resistance also. Yeah, it's a good thing. Seeing 333 at one moment may be hugely significant to a person's life. But if you see 333 when it's less relevant to you, you might not even notice it. I see it. Yeah, but see, the thing is, what if someone kept throwing a tomato on your doorstep? And every morning you woke up and there's a tomato there. Not even throwing, just placing it there. You'd be like, what is that? Just give a shout out to the deaf family. If you are or know someone who is hearing impaired, they can view the live show with closed captioning on Facebook. Everyone, if you're deaf and you want to hear this show, we want to make sure you're included. All right, we're here for everybody. Anyone who has any issues in their life that went through ups and downs. If you can't hear, you can always watch the show here on Facebook on this link where it's closed captioned, where you can also see exactly what I'm saying. See right here? And can't always watch the show here on Facebook. And this is for the people who are unable to hear. We want to make sure you can trade too. You can learn as well. We want everybody to be accepted. We're going to do languages and stuff like that as well. Follow me here if you want to at my Facebook page. All right? I would greatly appreciate that. But I really appreciate you saying that. We're all inclusive here. And that's an amazing thing that you just brought up. That's love, man. That's love. Okay, Super Chat's time. I see different ones. Last one was 444. You ever watch the movie Nines with Ryan Reynolds? He sees the number 9 everywhere. It's interesting. Cool. Much respect. You're the man. Shout out to Johnny Knox 06. Thank you. Better learn how to do tomato sauce. How'd you know that? How'd you know we're making tomato sauce tonight? That's creeping me out. Do you have did someone opinion on Bitcoin hitting 28K then being rejected? I mean, highly likely, possible. We'll get there when we get there, man. Let's take it one step at a time. The number 23 with Jim Carrey, crazy movie. Oh, yeah. And last but not least, we're going to take a look at Bitcoin before we get out of here for the day. We're going to take a look at Bitcoin, and then we're going to jump out of here for the day. And then we're done. All right, Summer, and you can look at your present. So look, I put this out here. Thought we might go in the channel, but we went up even higher. Which, watch this 15-minute come on down. Right now, if you're watching Bitcoin, it's a very simple thing you need to do. You need to join the trading group so you can get the education, and you'll be able to know exactly how to trade Bitcoin. But no, put this flag out right here on the 15-minute and watch it flag out, and wait for the 15-minute to reset. Wait for the 1 hour to reset. If we can stay in a flag, or even just and stay above this node here. So you're looking for us to stay above 23,457. That's really it. And even this node here, 23,800. These are the two areas you're looking for a bounce for Bitcoin when the... sorry, my finger slipped. My chubby thumb, man. My chubby thumb. My chubby thumb. What do you think, BB? My little girl's next to me here. If I bring this down, I think she can be in there with me, right? Oh, wait. Let's see if I can get you in the shot. Might mess up the green screen or something, but I think I can get you in there. Are you in there?
Yes.
You're almost in there. Son and daughter, father. You know, we'll get a little blurry. The camera won't be the same, but let me come down with you. All right. We'll come down a little more. We both got to be in there now, right? Look, the mic's here. You hear me, baby?
Yes.
All right. Let me come down a little more. And that should be us right there. We should be good to go. All right, so check it out. We're going to watch a flag here on the 15-minute and the 1 hour, Summer. It gets about, look, Summer. See price right here?
Mm-hmm.
It was high, and then what happened? It started to drop, right? When did it drop? When this blue and red line were above this dotted line. Drop. Look at this. Price was high here. When this blue line above the dotted line, it started to drop, okay? Look at this blue line here. When it was above the dotted line, price started to drop. So do we want to buy things when we're above the blue, when the blue line's above the dotted line?
Yes.
No, it drops.
Nah. So
We don't want to lose.
No.
Yes. So look, every time it was below the dotted line, it went up. Look, went up. Look, down here, down here. So where would we like to buy?
When it goes up.
But down here, right? Below the dotted line.
Ah.
We're looking at the stochastic. See these? See this blue-red line? Boom, boom, boom. So today, right now, we're hot. So it tells us we may not want to get in. We just had a pump today, right? So we don't chase, Summer. What we do is we watch consolidation on the 1 hour and the 15-minute time frame. They're very, very accurate at watching what happens to price action. We also watch this 21-day moving average, which is this white line. Look at every time price hit it, look, bounce, bounce. So we're looking for price action to come and touch the 21, and we're looking for the RSI to come back down and reset, all right? So we're going to watch this flag today, and if that stays intact, all right, then it's likely that Bitcoin's going to continue to the upside here and probably get to this next node here at $25,000. So, and that could start around 5 to 6 o'clock later on today. So, Summer, what's your favorite coin?
Bitcoin.
Why?
I don't know.
Yeah, you do. You say it all the time. You tell me every day why. Don't get nervous. Don't get nervous.
No, I forget.
You don't need a bank. You always say that to me every day.
Because you don't need the bank.
Yeah. And you can keep your money on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And no one has your money. You have your own money. What else do you like about cryptocurrency? What do you know about cryptocurrency?
The falling wedge, the head and shoulders.
Give me a kiss.
Wait, is there something called the cup and handle?
Yes. Give me a kiss, baby. All right, go. We'll go have fun right now, all right? Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when we post our next video. We're watching Bitcoin on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. We're going to see this flag stay in a flag when the 21 touches it and a boom to the upside. We're going to watch the stochastics reset to the downside. I wouldn't open up a short immediately. I'd be watching this flag. I'd looking for a break below this node of 23,400 before I decided to short. If we do break this high volume node here, it's likely we head back down to this one. So look for a bounce here or here. If you don't get it, look for a bearish retest back to this area here. And that's how I'd play Bitcoin, and I'd watch the flag on the 15-minute and the 1 hour. Everybody, thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications so you can find out when we post our next video. And remember, if you came to the channel then you're already doing the right thing. Crypto is life, baby. We love you. Hey, say thank you. Say thank you.
Thank you.
For giving, yeah. We love you all. Have a great day. Be safe. Enjoy yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Peace. Crypto is life. Someone wanted super chat for time. Let's just bang out time real quick, and then I'm out of here. Ooh, looking pretty scrumptious. Thank you for saying. All right, moving averages were wide, but they're starting to get close again. That's a good sign. I like that. You're right above the 618 Fibonacci. That's a really good sign. Kind of were doing this and you fell out of it. Sad thing is it's a bit of a descending triangle. Has a huge measured move though. 1 hour's very oversold. 4 hours very oversold as well. Interesting. I don't like the pattern that well, though. The daily could get flipped by the 4 hour. 15 minute. I mean, wow. Let's make some support and resistance lines here. I like it. I like it for a lot of reasons, but then I just don't like the pattern. But it is oversold on every single time frame. Huge chance it does pump hard. I think it's worth a trade, honestly. 15 minutes low, 1 hour's low. Every single time frame is beat to the ground. It could just go sideways for a while and you could get stopped out at any moment. But interesting enough, I could see a pump out of this to the upside. Yeah, time. And I'm out for the night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here for the day. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much.
3, 2, 1.
Crypto is life.